What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Hold on a second. I got to turn the TV on. Is it working? If you go watch our YouTube yesterday, I was laughing because I go and see, okay, there's the live. Because I know it was cutting in and out. I'm like, I didn't see it. Matt's whole show. Dan's whole show. Chris's whole show. Ours, 1 minute, 32 seconds, 27 seconds, 3 minutes. It's just like piece by piece. So hopefully today it's feeling better.
Hey, we isolate every syllable so people can enjoy it.
What's up, party people? Happy Friday. Trump getting ready to have a press conference. Apparently he's raging.
Oh, yeah?
I'm going to appeal this to the oracles. What? You guys don't know about the oracles? Super special. They're called the Supreme Court of the Oracles. I think you're going to like them.
Well, the damn court's nothing but a bunch of liberals.
That's all they are. He's mad. He called them these effing courts over his tariffs. But what about education?
That's the real focus.
That is the real focus.
Hey, screw all this. Where's the Dow?
Yeah. And oh, yeah, the Dow. Let's take a look at the Dow because if it's not at 50, it don't matter. 49,435.
It's the coming of the apocalypse.
The apocalypse. We'll be fine. Here's my thing. Do we get our money back?
Wait, with the Dow under 50K? What's wrong with you? We're not going to be fine.
Yeah, that's true.
And if the Dow's at 50K, we don't need any money.
We don't. It's magic. I just tried to pay my rent with the Dow's over 50. And they said, not today, it isn't.
You just told your landlord. You just said, hey, the Dow's over 50. And they said, okay.
Wouldn't it be funny? I mean, this sounds horrible, but the doctor has to give bad news to somebody. And then you look at him and go, but the Dow's over 50. Does that make it better? It doesn't. So we'll see. I mean, I saw this coming. I think a lot of people saw this coming. Here's the weird thing. They didn't really say, hey, this is what you should do to fix this as far as, paying people back. And there are some things he's going to try. But it goes back to the number one thing. If you want this done, because it's looked at as a tax, because it is to the American people, to businesses, what do? You have to go through the legislative branch. And that is Mike Johnson. And Mike Johnson and the Republicans have no cojones to do this because they don't want to put their name on something that could be seen as hurting the pocketbooks of everyday Americans. So there you go. He'll just be like, I'm going to pray about it.
Yeah, I think really what I think this is how President Trump has operated since the start of his second term.
Throw everything against the wall and see how it
Exactly.
works. Yeah. The difference here, though, is I think he spent a lot of this money, I guess, in his mind. And so what happens to that money? How do we pay that back?
Do you have to?
Well, that's the other side of it. Trump's like, everybody gets a meme coin. I mean, what they'll probably do is tell them on their taxes over the next X amount of years, they can write off a certain amount of money. And like they've done this before with these, and they told the people that, like, when you get one of those things where it's like, okay, you have to call, you have to send the coupon in to get your rebate or call this number or whatever. And their hope is a quarter of them do it, if that. Not everybody's going to do it. But this is different. This costs, I mean, the New York Fed, that report was damning, especially to middle-sized companies. So I don't know what he's going to do to pay it back, but they'll probably come up with something where you get over time.
Why aren't we getting the money back? That we paid the tariffs.
Yeah, that was passed on to us. So I'd like to know that. I would like to know that. I'd like to know, are we getting some of that money back? Because shouldn't we all, kind of a little way, shouldn't we get a little something for the effort? But I don't think it's, look, I think this helps the Republicans. I think it helps Trump. I do. I think it helps Trump. Because Trump can now say, well, this has gone because of this, and things have gone. And you get yourself out of a situation that, let's be real, we lost 80,000 manufacturing jobs last year. So that's not bringing stuff back. And on top of that, it cost us in the wallet. And now he could say, well, we had to rewind everything, and this is the way it's going to go. And they're keeping some on. But some of these things he can go around and try to do a backdoor on some of these things. But at the end of the day, this is, he's got nowhere else to appeal this thing. There's nowhere else to appeal this.
Wait, what about the oracles?
Well, the oracles, along with the aliens, which I'm pretty excited about. That was yesterday. That was the best. He's like, I'm so pissed. Obama ruined it. I'm excited to tell everybody we're going to release it. This is all going to be redacted.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like they're not going to release anything they don't want
but
to.
Like the fourth word's going to say Epstein. He was hanging out with the aliens too. I never met the fellow.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think these files are going to show us anything.
No,
well, they might show us that the aliens are pedophiles.
Yeah, probably. You knew it. You saw it. Prince Andrew's an alien. I am curious though. They're not going to show us anything. But do you think today, if you wake up and you see you're the Ayatollah, you're like, all right, so let's go over this. They've arrested Prince Andrew. People are pissed about this whole Epstein stuff. Now the aliens, right? Like we're going to get it, guys. We're getting it this weekend. We're getting it. They must wake up every day and go, oh, not on Ramadan. But again, take it for what it's worth. Trump is going to try to figure out another way around some of these things, and he might get some of those things. He's probably not going to get all of them. It's just what kind of situation is he going to be able to, or they're going to be able to come up with when it comes to trying to figure out how to pay this back? Because,
doing the tax thing, like you said, that'd probably be the single most efficient way to do it.
Absolutely. Because that way you don't have to give them any money. They can write some extra stuff off. You stretch it out over time. And you know that not everybody is going to probably, take advantage of certain things. So there's that too.
And the Democrats get to scream that he's giving tax breaks to the rich still.
Yeah, there you go. So it's a win-win for everybody, except for the oracles. What do you mean they're not real?
I bet you there's a lot of small businesses out there that are thinking, whew.
Yes. Oh, God, yeah.
But like we've said, he's going to look at another avenue.
Well, he's got to because, we're broke. I don't know if you guys are aware of that.
Well, and it's like you said, man. I mean, trying to get Congress to do something before November, I just don't see it happening.
They want nothing on their record because they want to have plausible deniability. That's why I always say the best place to be in Congress, and Congress people are honest, they'll tell you this, is what? In the party that doesn't have any power, where you can scream the loudest.
Oh, yeah.
You can say anything you want. You raise as much money as you want. You can show everybody how you're fighting for them, especially if things are, going wrong.
You can start promising a bunch of things.
And you've got no responsibility. There's no accountability because you can't get anything done. Which is a good thing, if that's what your job is. But Mike Johnson, let's be honest, they've not done, outside of the one big beautiful bill, what have they done? Nothing. They haven't codified any of the stuff.
Yeah.
And if they lose the House,
it won't be codified.
It won't be codified. If they lose the House and the Senate, it's going to come to a screech. And then whoever wins in, let's say, the Democrats win in 28, everything's undone with a stroke of a pen.
Yeah, that border's going to be wide open again, boy.
Wide open. So.
I don't know. Maybe they've learned their lesson. You think?
No, never. Never. You never learn your lesson. Because you don't have to. Because we don't hold them accountable. And we should. So I'm interested to see he's obviously pissed. Did he really? And, the other night when he was out pitching this is going to destroy him. First of all, it's not going to destroy America. Why would somebody say that? It's not going to destroy, because we're America, us. I mean, it may piss us off. It may slow some things down. We may have some stagflation. The numbers were pretty ugly today. But it doesn't mean that America's going away. Where does that come from? But you know what? You got to say it big and loud. You do. That's what it is. Like Jasmine Crockett every day just says stuff that's insane. Why? So people will talk to her.
So people will talk about her.
Yeah, how much publicity does she get from being outrageous?
So much. So much publicity.
She's milking this CBS thing, this Colbert thing, for all it's worth, boy.
All day she's milking it. All day. And Tallarico, he got he's $3 million in like 48 hours. he's raised. And so she is milking the hell out of that thing.
Crockett she's incredibly smart from the standpoint of if she wants to have a career in politics, one of the biggest factors that is necessary is name recognition.
Yes.
And she is upping her name recognition like crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. The name recognition, it's because it's now about building a brand. You don't even have to be. I mean, Stephen A. Smith is thinking about running, which, by the way, I think would be great. Go ahead. This will be fun.
That'd be interesting.
It would be interesting. You know, who did I see the other day? Dave Smith says, I think Stephen A. is my dark horse. If I had to pick a dark horse for the Democrats right now.
Isn't that racist?
It's Rahm Emanuel.
Rahm Emanuel. You know what, though? I mean, here's the thing. The progressives,
they
are going to shoot Rahm Emanuel and Stephen A. Smith down.
Yeah, that's fine. Then you keep losing because you come up with crazy stuff.
That's true.
But Rahm Emanuel, so he masterminded Clinton. He has been a congressman, a mayor. Think what he did for Obama. He's also been an ambassador, and he's not insane. You may not like all of his politics, but as he says, we need to worry less about what goes on in the bathroom and who goes in there and more about what goes on at the kitchen table.
Yeah, I think he was caught on a hot mic talking about that or something. Or no, it was the
podcast.
Yeah, it was the podcast, and then he said it in a meeting too of Democratic leadership. He said, "We're not talking about men in women's bathrooms anymore.
No,
we're done with
it. Doesn't because it's not working. It's not. It's not working. And he realized something. If all things are equal, the economy, everything's equal, a majority of Americans are going to go to the culture war side with the Republicans because they seem sane, right? They are. I mean, not all of them, but for the majority of it, yeah. But if right now what matters is the economy, stupid. And
the economy, baby.
And whether or not we're going to bomb Iran.
Yeah.
You mean when?
Yeah, when. He said, well, we're thinking about doing a little bit of this, maybe a little bit of that. Lindsey, we're going to let Lindsey lead the charge because he's awesome. He is just, I've got some audio from him today.
Lindsey wants to get Pastel into the Middle East so bad.
So bad. So bad. He's got a salmon shirt that he's just dying to wear on the battlefield.
A salmon.
It's pink.
It's salmon. It's mauve.
It's pink.
It's mauve. It's marvelous.
So chartreuse.
Oh, the chartreuse. He is. I've got him in an interview where he says stuff and you're thinking, no. Because the lady that's interviewing him goes, we're really not good at, we're like, the second part of whatever it is we're doing. We're not good at it. And he goes, that's not our problem. They should fix it. Once we get it done, they should do the rest. You're like, okay. Thank you so much for that. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. I see that American Express has distanced themselves from Epstein.
They regret, their dealings with Jeffrey Epstein. They have come out and said that, let's see, what did they say? In a statement, the company said it regrets having him as a customer and that it terminated Epstein's account once federal charges were filed. American Express speaking out after new Justice Department documents revealed Jeffrey Epstein used American Express's travel services to book international flights for multiple women or girls between 2012 and 2019.
Now that's taking a moral stand right there.
That is. Years after the fact.
Years after the fact.
We should probably apologize for that. The whole thing with Epstein, as I've gone through a lot of this, there is one of the things that is just shows you who he was as a fixer or whatever he was. So there was a massive lawsuit that the Department of Justice had brought against the Rothschilds. So here's like the bank. This is big. And who did they go to? Oh, they went to one of the 10 biggest law firms on the street they're on. Right? No. They called him up and that Remler lady, and he got $25 million to go to the Department of Justice. And they're, because he's a lawyer? No, because he was Jeffrey Epstein. And he got everything basically chopped down to virtually nothing, and he got $25 million to do it. That's, they're so just the worst type of people. Crazy day. We got some fun Olympic stuff. All right, we're going to talk a bit about that. How about the women yesterday? Yeah, man, it's your turn. Let's get it going. On top of that, little Finally Friday action as well. What's up, brother?
Somebody texted in that they were down 3-2 with 30 seconds left.
Oh, are they playing
so
right now?
they may have lost it already.
Oh, I'm not allowed to say that because remember everybody gets mad at me, but we can't keep a secret. So, no, that was Canada beating Finland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't play. We're playing here in a little while.
So Canada won.
Canada won. They beat Finland 3-2, and then the U.S. game I think is coming up here in a little bit. USA. We play Slovakia, not Latvia. It's one of the Akias, I told you, and that is going to kick off at 2:10. So there we go.
So is that the semifinals?
The semifinals. Okay. Yep. So a win, we go to play for gold. A loss, we play for the bronze. So there you go, kids. We'll keep you updated on all that. Trump's speaking right now. A bunch of other stuff on the way. A little Finally Friday sounds. Chad Benson, Super Talk 997. Trump's speaking right now, taking some questions. Yeah, let's listen to a little bit. See what he has to say.
That's all I can say. And I hope they're going to be around a long time. I hope they're going to stay healthy. They're great people. They're great. And Justice Alito, too, to add to the group. These are great men.
Right.
With
not the
a
women.
Great love of our country and a great understanding of the law.
Mr. President, are you going to ask Congress to take additional action on tariffs now?
No, I don't need to. It's already been approved. I mean, I would ask Congress and probably get it. When people look at the real numbers, and you look at hundreds of billions of dollars that have come into our country. Yesterday, I was at a steel plant, as you know, and I went to great place, great plant, great, wonderful people. And they were telling me, I said to them, you were there, a lot of the press in this room. Of course, I don't think this plane's big enough to take the press in this room, but a lot of the press right here. We were in Georgia. And I said to the owner, I made a speech at a factory. They make steel products. And I said, how are you? Nice to meet you. How's business? President, I'd love to kiss you. This is a very powerful man. I don't want to be kissed by that man. But a very powerful, strong man. He's been in the steel business for many years. His father started it. And he said, sir, I want to kiss you. I said, why? He said, because we were down to working 1 hour a week. And then you came in and imposed tariffs. And all of that foreign junk that they were dropping into our country stopped. And we're now going to double shifts, 7 days a week, and we may be very soon going to 24 hours around the clock, almost 7 days a week. He said, sir, I want to kiss you so badly. And I said, no, thank you. But you know what? He just to finalize it, he said, oh, this is a great place in Georgia. He said, all up and down the highway. Same exact answer, sir. We're all going out of business. We're going to go bankrupt. We're all going out of business. And now every one of us are thriving, and we're hiring people like we haven't. He said, like I've never, and he's been in business for, I think, 45 years, like we've never hired before. That's because of tariffs. And we're going to keep it going the same way. And you're going to start to see the results in a year from now when all those factories start that are under construction right now. You see all the construction numbers are so good. Those construction workers are building factories that are going to be open, including not only AI, which is big, but car plants coming in from Canada, who ripped us off for 30% of our market. Mexico ripped us off for a big portion. Over the years, they've taken our market. They've taken our cars. They manufacture them in Japan, Germany, and all over the place. Taken our cars. They manufacture them in Japan, Germany, and all over the place. Taken our cars. They manufacture.
Oh, it's got a little weird. We'll come back in.
Yeah, their satellite's obviously going wonky.
Yeah, so Trump, he's ashamed of certain members of the Supreme Court because today they told him, no, you can't use the tariffs this way. What were you thinking? And I didn't think that was a big surprise. Shouldn't have been a big surprise that was going to come down that way. You could hear it when they were doing the Q&A back in the day. And I'm surprised it wasn't 9-0. I am. But those other ones, you three traitors. Trump's going to expand the court now to add more. So he's bummed. But, you know, there's ways he can do some of this stuff. But the reality is, I think this is a good thing for him because it was costing Americans. It was. The data said so. Well, I don't like the data. Okay, fine. Don't like the data. What? So you only like the data you like. You only like the data you like. No. The data, it wasn't working. Okay? It wasn't. The way that, we're not going to manufacture 90% of the stuff that we let go. Are we really going to build a $100 million factory to manufacture $3 T-shirts? Probably not. So that stuff, that dream, and the stuff that is going to come back is going to be all robot, all AI. So, we brought tariffs in, and now, we've got to figure out what to do with them. But he's not happy with the three of them. We know who you are. Ashamed. You know what I'm not ashamed of? The Olympics. So I watched the Olympics last night. I'm like, I got to see if she's going to win. So I watched the figure skater girl, Alicia Liu. If you guys have seen her, she's kind of punk rock. She's got the black and white hair. And she won. She won last night. And that's a win for America, baby.
140.45. It's not enough. Into third. Alicia Liu is the gold medalist at the Olympics. The comeback is complete, and the final step is up to the top step of the Olympic podium.
Now, her story was cool. 13, she was the U.S. champion. Like 14, she won it again. She went to Beijing, didn't do very well there, and then she quit. She said, I'm done. I want to be a kid. I just want to be a kid. And she was. She got, high school, right? Hanging out with her friends, boyfriends, that kind of stuff. Then she goes to college, and then she goes and hangs out with her family and friends, and they go skiing. And she skis. And she says, I miss ice skating. I'm like, oh, interesting. So she calls her coaches up while she's skiing and says, I want to come back. And they're like, no, you don't want to. You don't want to. They said, no, I want to come back. I want to come back. And they said they drank wine for 2 hours and tried to talk her out of it. But she came back. But she said, I'm going to do it on my terms. So she did. And she won last night. And it was awesome. And they said when she first got back, she could do all the jumps, but she couldn't skate for a long time. She couldn't. They said she struggled with that. She was out of shape. And out of shape, by the way, not out of shape like us. Out of shape like somebody who just hasn't worked out. But it was awesome. I was watching them, and I was like, I watched Dave Portnoy today because I hate doing it. I say I'm never going to watch these things. Then the next thing you know, I'm watching these damn things, and I'm rooting for America and USA. And I'm like, damn Skippy. It was awesome. It was awesome. And today we got hockey coming up in less than 2 hours against Slovakia. If we win that, we play in the gold medal game. If not,
well, let's get the show done so we can watch the...
Absolutely. And we're not going to give away anything more, okay? Because yesterday people were mad we were giving out the score. I'm taping it.
12-9.
12-9. 12-9. 12-9. Trump not happy. Several of you, checking in. Biden never abided by SCOTUS rulings. Why should Trump? Which one did Biden not abide by? He abided by them all. He just tried, like Trump, he's going to have to find a different way to do things, especially for the student loan forgiveness.
Yeah, I was trying to think of the damn word.
Yeah, so short-term pain for long-term gain. Not sure why people are so happy about this decision. Well, happy because the courts work, because you can't do something because you want to do it. There's ways that you have to go about doing it. And the short-term pain is tell people who are struggling to make it. Tell people who are just trying to make ends meet. Tell people who are out there who are figuring out, do I have to get another job to pay my bills?
And people forget, this Supreme Court has been extremely supportive of him.
Yes.
So if they're saying, we're going to have to disagree with you on this one, they've got a good reason for it.
Yeah, absolutely. They did. I mean, they did, and it should have been 9-0. And here's the thing. Trump should never have had to do this if this is what he really wanted to do, which he does, and he's talked about it for years. And when he first talked about manufacturing back in the 80s with the Serve Everybody Plays, it was a different time. We decided, we want to be a consumer nation. Remember, when we became a big manufacturing powerhouse, when was it? After World War II. What happened? All of the industrialized world was destroyed except for who? Us. So we were able to give everybody a job, a good job, unions, we built it, but somewhere through the 70s, things started to change, and we wanted to be consumer-based. And that's what we've become. And now our consumption is massive. Somebody says, let's go with the facts. I'll start. Eli Lilly is building a manufacturing facility. Yeah. Okay. That's one. We lost 80,000 jobs last year in manufacturing. And for Eli Lilly and several of the pharmaceutical companies, of course, we need them to come back because we've allowed China to dominate that, which is not smart. But for a lot of the other stuff, no, they're probably not coming back the way that people think. And if they do, like he talked about AI. By the way, those data centers, did you see, Ken's from Oklahoma. I'm trying to think of the city it was in, Ken, in Oklahoma. But they're going to build a big data center in the city, and they gave, so it was one of those Q&A things like they have at those meetings. So they come out, and the pro data center people got 25 minutes. That's all they had for hey, we should build a data center. And that finished at like 8:15. The people that were against the AI data center, seeing what was going on, that went till 4:30 in the morning. And the reason is people don't want to see the rates jacked up. They don't want to see this thing coming to town. And the sound that a lot of people are complaining about, too, that live next door to these things, it's just... So, but even if we build AI data centers all over, those are temporary jobs because those things only need a few people to watch them. We are a consumer-based nation. So, and that's what we do. We consume. And our services, software, all of that stuff, that's the things that we export now. So we'll see what happens. He's got alternatives, and he does have alternatives, but he also has the opportunity to go to Congress and say, you guys need to do something. You need to get something done. Now go do it. Do you think they're going to act? I'm thinking they're not. Not with midterms coming up, not with the numbers they're looking at thinking they're going to get kicked in the grundle and thinking if we do this, this is a tax on the American people, the consumer, and we can't have that. That's going to be on our watch. So that's what I would be doing. I'd be with Mike Johnson right now saying, Mike, you're going to have to get this done. Get this done. And let's put everybody to the test. See who's going to vote for it or against it. Let me know what you guys think. You can text the program. A lot of stuff still to come today. Some fun stuff. We got fun. Kids, we got fun stuff, right? It's not just all about tariffs. Department of Education, Ken's favorite thing. We'll talk about that. It's not his favorite thing, though. And Journey, are they getting back together? Bell says maybe. I say maybe not.
I say no.
No?
Especially not in the classic form.
We will see. We'll have that discussion, among other things, straight ahead. Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7. And this is a perfect example. Why does he have to do executive order? Why isn't Congress doing a damn thing about any of this? This is their purview. His job is not to put tariffs on. And in the dissent, it's a tax on the American people.
Well, you can't be unreasonable and expect Mike Johnson to do something that would actually require him to make a decision.
Hey, Ken, do your Mike Johnson impression. Ken's got a great Mike Johnson impression.
I think we should wait until after the midterms.
With a little whisper voice. Wait till after the midterms. You want to know why? Because you're not going to be chances are you're not going to be the head of the house, if you will. I think you will no longer be.
Then nobody can blame him.
And that's the whole thing too with Congress. Congress, you have to be on record with your vote.
See, Trump's not scared of the midterms.
No, he's not. Yeah, he's not. He's not scared of the midterms. I mean, he's probably a little worried what might come of it. But, but it's coming, whether he likes it or not. But these guys better figure something out, these guys and gals.
Yeah. Congress, what was Congress's last approval rating? Like in the 20s?
Yeah, it's really low. It's so low. I mean, it's uncomfortably, I think I thought it was lower than that. I thought it was like 12.
I got to look at that.
It's that low.
These guys are awful, but I'm going to reelect mine.
Yeah, that's on us, right? That's on us. So, I mean, it's that's why I keep telling everybody we continue, and that's also the fact that, and this goes back to what we have when it comes to primaries.
As of February 18th, 2 days ago, Congress approval rating 26%.
Ooh, whoa, look at that.
It went up.
It went up. What's Trump at, like 40?
I don't know.
38, 40?
Maybe their approval rating went up because they're not doing anything.
Sometimes not doing anything is good.
I mean, both parties are in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
It's like there was a poll the other day that said the majority of Democrats
Suck.
are. I mean,
They suck.
Democratic voters are not
Look
happy.
at Chuck Schumer's rating is like 8.
Yeah.
That's why I joke about the fact that gonorrhea has a higher rating than he does. Yeah. Because he's awful.
Well, at least you have to do something fun to get
for
gonorrhea.
gonorrhea. He's not a fun guy.
Trump's got, as of 2 days ago, 42%.
42. So he is, he's almost double what they are. But they suck. They do. And they do nothing. And at this point, they're just two sides of the same coin. That's all they are. Two sides of the same coin. They're just doing their whatever it is they're doing. They go, they bitch, they get in front of the cameras, they take their recesses, they don't do anything. They make everything partisan, and it doesn't make your life any better. Yet they can make it worse. No doubt about that. Coming up, hour number 2 of the program. We'll have some fun stuff. I promise you that. Yeah, aliens, baby. Aliens. Trump was not happy because he wants to be the one to tell everybody. It was pretty funny, though. It was. We'll talk about that, among other things. Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7.